Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm very happy to have you here as always, and I'm excited for our chat today. We're going to be talking about cutting and bulking, what they are, and what you should be doing first, because it's a very good question. I had the question too at one point, but now I know, and I'm going to let you guys know too. Before we get started, if you guys want to like and subscribe, that'd mean a lot. And I'm gonna have a lot of good follow-up videos for this video, including like foods for bulking and cutting and tips and how to go about them actually, because this will be a little bit more general. But yeah, definitely give a subscribe so you don't miss those videos. So let's get started. Coming into the fitness realm, I feel like it can be a little bit confusing because people use a lot of terms, you don't really know what they mean, but I'm gonna let you know. Cutting and bulking predominantly come from bodybuilding styles of competitions and trainings. It will be like the cycles the competitors will go through to bulk to build up their muscles, and then they cut to reveal the muscles they've built. Whichever of these that you choose to do, or if you just don't choose to do any, that is okay. We just want to make sure that you're prioritizing your own happiness and health, okay? You don't want to be going to extremes for anything. You want it to be sustainable and long-term so that you can be happy with yourself in the long run, okay? Self-love, baby. So bulking, you have to be in a calorie surplus, and you bulk with the aim to build as much muscle, I can't talk, as much muscle as you can, or just in general, more muscle, okay? Building muscle is hard. Building as much muscle as you can is a lot less than you think it will be. But it is so worth it, because when you're in a deficit or just at maintenance, for the majority of the population, you're not really going to be able to gain muscle and strength. In a surplus, you have extra energy from food to build muscles, to repair your muscles, to recover and build strength in the gym. You have the energy to do that, and it makes it a lot easier. So if you're trying to build shape and trying to build strength, bulking could definitely be for you. The downsides of it is you do gain muscle and fat. So even if you're consistently hitting in the gym, you're consistently getting your calories in, you are still gonna gain fat. And you are probably still going to gain fat in the places that you usually hold fat. So it can be different for a lot of people. It can be your stomach, it can be your lower back, your thighs, your arms, you know? It really depends on the person. And that sucks, and it sucks to feel more jiggly or like watery or anything that you don't usually feel or that you don't want to feel. And I feel like in a society that tells us that we should be smaller, it can be hard seeing yourself get bigger, but it's absolutely so rewarding to see yourself get stronger, to have more energy in the gym, and just know you're making progress in that way and building the muscles that it's really rewarding to see the muscles you've built. It really is. And just to see your numbers go up in the gym. So I think it can be very worth it. And it's also nice because you don't have to be as strict with your diet as you do while cutting. You have more calories, so you have more food freedom, and you're able to get in your treats and everything that you want to eat. And you just don't have to be super strict with it. Though you do have to be strict on keeping on track with your training and using progressive overload. So cutting is the opposite of bulking. Cutting, you're in a calorie deficit and you're trying to lose body fat in order to show your muscles underneath the body fat, because we all have muscles underneath our body fat, but it is really helpful to build those muscles because it makes it easier. You don't have to lose as much body fat to see those muscles. Cutting is also usually what people term toning. They want to feel toned. Is basically they just want to lose body fat to reveal the muscle underneath. I think that's a perfectly fine thing to want. You just need to make sure that you're doing it sustainably and that it's making you happy in the long run. Getting really lean is not the source of happiness. Don't think that having a six-pack will make you happy, because it won't. So just really make sure that you're getting down to the roots of why you want to do this, and think about your health in the long term, okay? Just as with bulking that you don't want to add a ton of calories, I think a 10% surplus is a good bet to start off with and see how your body responds. Cutting, you don't want to at all drastically reduce calories. It's just gonna lead you to other problems that you don't want to have to deal with. I definitely recommend a sustainable, slow cut, and like a 10% decrease in calories or a 10% calorie deficit would be my recommendations. You can burn calories in so many different ways. You're burning calories while you're sleeping, while you're eating, while you're talking, while you're unloading the dishwashers, and while you're training. So overall, I'll put the metabolism equation here actually, but overall you just need to be burning more than you're consuming for cutting. And I'll put a few macronutrient calculators down below. It's gonna vary for different people, and it's also helpful if you know your body fat percentage. If not, that's okay, but it's gonna be more accurate if you do. So now we kind of know what those are, which one should you do? Isn't that the eternal question? And the answer is, there's no right answer at all. You could do either. Some people will benefit more from doing one or the other first, and I'm just gonna give a few examples of what people might benefit more, but it's gonna be very subjective and depend person to person, especially depending on their goals and what you're trying to accomplish. I'll just give some examples of my recommendations and why. So if you're at a healthy, normal weight and you're trying to gain strength in the gym and you're trying to gain shape, I do recommend bulking first. The reason being is it's very hard to gain muscle when you're not in a calorie surplus. You don't have that energy to build and to recover and to gain the strength that you want to. So it's gonna be a lot longer of a process to do that than it would be if you were in a calorie surplus. Remembering that once you're done with your bulk, you can cut and you can lose those few pounds of fat that you gained during your bulk. And it's really rewarding to cut down and see all the muscles that you've worked so hard for. On the other hand, if you're overweight, I think it's completely okay if you want to start cutting first to do that, because obviously we want it to be sustainable. We want it to be a slow cut. So again, like a 10% deficit would be fine, but depends on person to person. But because you have extra energy on you, fat is energy, extra energy on you, then your body has that energy to build muscles in the gym, even if you are in a slight calorie surplus. So in that aspect, it is nice because you can kind of do both at the same time. You can continue to lose some fat, but you also can continue to build muscle. So I think that would be a good route to go onto, but again, it's gonna differ from person to person. If you're underweight, first, it depends on how much you're underweight. You definitely want to consult a professional, see what's the best route for you, see what you need to do to get to your healthiest. I think bulking would definitely be a good move then, because again, you're not gonna have the energy on your body, and if you're not consuming the energy through food, you're not gonna have enough to be building muscles, repairing your muscles, and going hard in the gym to actually build the strength that you want to build and the shape. You know, you can't build a booty if you're not eating all the foods, okay? So those would kind of be my general recommendations, and with all of them, you want to have a balanced, varied diet. Whatever you do, you just want to make sure that you're doing it for you and not for outside validation, because in the end, all you've got is you. So be your own best friend. That's basically what cutting and bulking is, and what usually happens, you can bulk, then you can cut. You can kind of see when you cut where you want to work on, and that's when you go into another bulking phase. And usually you just do that, preferably longer term, like at least 3 months. You do that and you see where you are until you reach a point where you're happy with your body, that you're okay with just slowly building strength or slowly doing this, or just kind of keeping your physique, which is where I'm at. I'm very happy with where I'm at, and I feel a lot of food freedom right now. I don't feel the need to cut or bulk because it would just add unnecessary stress into my life that I'm happy with my body and I don't need to do that. But it's a very nice place to be at, and I'm very thankful for that. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Let me know if you did. I am going to be doing soon a video like with bulking, kind of how to go about it exactly, because this was all just pretty general, and some great food suggestions, and then I'm going to do the same with cutting as well. So let me know if you guys want to see those, which one you want to see more of, or if you have any other specific questions about cutting and bulking. Let me know. I'm gonna put the nutrient calculators down below. See you guys. Love you.